Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, November 16th, 2012. Thanks for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures have caught a little bit of a bid, now trading higher by 3 points to 1354 and a quarter. Believe it or not, futures were trading below the 1345 level, so this has been a pretty steady move higher. You could also take a look at the U.S. dollar index futures, and you'll see how the dollar pretty much rolled over at the same time. So dollar down, market up, that's kind of how it works. Now, there is some news out right now talking about the fiscal cliff coming out of Washington. It looks like politicians will be looking to kick the can down the road a little bit longer, so we'll see what comes out of that. A little bit later today, you do have a press conference and a meeting taking place with President Obama and House Speaker John Boehner, so we'll see what comes out of that. But any resolution could give this market a little bit of a bid, just since the market's been so beaten down, looking for anything positive, and the market probably gets a little bit of a short covering rally. So we'll have to watch for that overall. But it looks like there is some talks coming out of the White House this morning, and we'll just have to wait on that and see, when the details are released a little bit later. But right now, futures are a little bit positive. Dollar is falling, and that's kind of how it works. If dollar catches a bid, expect these markets to come under pressure once again. This is the first time I've ever seen an options expiration. Well, maybe not the first time, but in a long time, where the markets have gone down each and every day without any kind of a bounce beginning from the following week. So that's a little bit unusual, and that tells us that there are some fears out there, although we have no real, jump in the VIX, although it has creeped higher a little bit. Let's take a look at gold and silver, gold and oil today. It looks like gold is down about $2 to $1,712 an ounce. Take a look at the GLD. I see the GLD is trading right at 166. It closed yesterday at 166.09, so it's down a little bit from yesterday's high by about 10 cents. And you can see that spot gold is also down about 2 points or $2 at the moment. So we can't make too much out of that one right now. Oil is catching a bid today. There's a lot of tension building in the Middle East when it comes to Israel and Hamas. The Gaza Strip really is becoming a pretty turbulent place at the moment. So that could always affect the price of oil. Any movement in the Middle East is oil sensitive. Again, light sweet crude this morning is trading up by 78 cents to $86.24 a barrel. Let's take a look at the USO this morning. There's a good proxy, and you can see this one is catching a pretty big bid. So USO trading back up to $31.88 a share. And again, if oil goes higher, or if there are more problems in the Middle East, obviously oil could spike again. Also, the weaker dollar. If you see the dollar coming down, oil will get a bid. And that's actually what's happening here right now. You can see the dollar has continued to fall really since basically 6 o'clock this morning. Can make a case even earlier than that. But as the dollar comes down, oil will get a bid. So keep an eye on that. Oil is very sensitive to weather, geopolitical events, obviously, and the U.S. dollar. So you want to watch that closely. Now, there are some stocks in the news today. I did go over a bunch earlier. A lot of them were just not big movers, but I'll show you what I'm looking at. First, we're going to go with Sears Holding. Ticker symbol is SHLD. Now, the stock is trading down to around 55.47. This is a little bit on the light side for me. I'm not crazy over these light volume stocks, but if it does get down to 51.90, 51.91, somewhere in that vicinity, maybe even a little bit lower, could go to 51.44. In that range, it looks like a pretty good support level, and then all the way down to around the $46.30 level. There's going to be more support there. We'll see where it goes. There is going to be some minor support at around 54.90. That may hold up depending on how the market conditions are, but it's better to go with the lower level, especially on this stock with such light volume, and it's a pretty weak name anyway. Let's take a look at PENN Gaming. I was watching this one this morning. This here has had a big move. Again, this company is going to split up into a real estate investment trust or a gaming trust, I suppose. But nonetheless, they'll be paying out big dividends, and there's not a lot you could do with this one. This is a very strong gap up. It looks like the stock is moving sharply higher, and I think traders now have to really watch for the all-time highs on this, which go back to 2007, which brings you to around 63, 64 bucks. It's going to be broken up quickly too, so there's no real shorting opportunity in here. But nonetheless, nice move by PENN Gaming, breaking up into two companies, and it will become a real estate investment trust. So again, that's what we're looking at there. Let's take a look at Foot Locker. Ticker symbol is FL. This one's catching a decent little bid. Closed at 31.85. It's a strong gap up, but it's not that big of a gap up. It's trading at 33.60 right now. I have some levels here. 34.39 resistance. Believe it or not, 33.60 is resistance. 33.62, but you want to leave that level alone since it was breached earlier and it's sitting there now. So you're going to look at 34.39, 35.15, and ultimately, very big level is $36. 36 should be a very, very good level. Maybe it overshoots at 36.10, 36.12. It's a strong gap up. I like that 36 level, though, as a short intraday for scalp. That looks like the best level out here at the moment from what I could see. Another stock here is Schiff Nutrition. Again, this one is getting bought out by Bayer, but there's a bidding war going on there. So there's not a lot you could do with this one right now. It's already been flatlining at 33.92, and now it's up again today. So at $44 in a bidding war. So this stock is getting bid up, and if you own it, congratulations. And sometimes when you get those takeovers, sometimes you just want to put a trailing stop in there, and sometimes you'll get a bidding war. And sure enough, this thing jumped another, 11 points this morning. It's just a tremendous move. So again, if you own Schiff, just put a bid right underneath, $42. Put a stop underneath 42, and see if they bid this thing higher. You never know where it can go. I've seen some of these really throughout the years make some bigger and bigger moves. And as long as you have a stop in there, you can sometimes capture those moves as well. There's some other movers out here. Nothing that I'm seeing. You do have Nike today that's in play today, but again, there's just no real gap here to work off of. The stock's at 92.27, closed basically at 90.83 yesterday. There's just not a lot there. Intuit's another one, INTU. Stock's trading up a little bit. It closed at 58.77. There's just not much. There's not much I could do with this. I think Autodesk, maybe another one, ADSK. Again, you're just not seeing a lot of activity there. So when you see these kind of moves like this, there's not much you could do. Dell Computer is another one. I think they also made an acquisition. Closed at $9.56. It's trading today at $9.34. There's just not a lot you could do with these kind of gaps. They're really not the kind of gaps that you want to play in the morning. So you just leave them alone. And it is a Friday. Volume probably gets light after the first couple of hours, but you will get some movement out here. I think if you get the John Boehner news and the President Obama come to some kind of tentative agreement, and it sounds like they're going to try to do something to stop the stock market bleeding. But I don't know if it's going to be enough, honestly. You may have to wait on that, but we'll see where it goes. Continue to watch the dollar. Dollar down, market up. Dollar up, market's going to plummet. That's the bottom line. That's how you have to look at it at this time, at this point in time. Right now, you see the futures are trading higher by about 5 points, so they're continuing to grind higher off this news coming out of Washington. And again, the headline is White House in talks to replace sequester. Speak English. Who can really understand that? Basically, what it's telling you is they're going to kick some stuff down the road into 2013. But market's getting a little bit of a bid, but I don't think that's going to be really enough. They're going to have to come out with something more meaningful than that, and we'll just see how the market trades out. But nonetheless, futures are getting a little bit of a bid, at least this morning. You never know if it turns into a little bit of short covering and so forth. But that's where we stand at the moment. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to leave it there today. I want to wish you all a great trading day. God bless. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the charts on Monday. Take care, everyone.